Well, you find me today on the outskirts of Preston. We are opposite the prison, and there's an old chimney stack visible over there. These are famous landmarks in Preston. And just before Christmas, Jones and I were out filming, and we were complaining about the desert that was the EV charging infrastructure in Preston. It really was quite appalling. Since then, Morrison's has decided to install one charger in their car park. One charger. Wow. Anyway, luckily others are taking it much more seriously. And here we are today. We're at an Osprey installation. These are almost certainly the 150 kilowatt chargers. They're Kenn power chargers, and they really are very nice, neat units. You can see the big green substation there, which provides all the power, and then it's all been tarmacked over very nicely. So a little bit further down we've got the cabinets. These will be for the switchgear, and each of the stations here there's just two chargers. Each charger has two cables, so we can see there'll be a CHAdeMO and there'll be a CCS2. So it's a single charger, single bay, but you will have a choice of either CCS2 or CHAdeMO at each of the chargers. So for all of those of you with Nissan Leafs who are worried about no one fitting them any longer, this one actually is perfect for that. So coming down, we've got other chargers here. So we have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 chargers here, and then on the outside there's a rapid DC charger. This looks like an older original one, and we don't know at this stage if that's going to be replaced. So we're just looking here at who's actually installing this, and there's a company called Connect. These look to be the installers here. So we'll get in touch with them and find out if they are the installers for Kenn Power or Osprey. Now we're just going to have a look over at the charger here, and this is definitely one of the older units. There are two units here. These are 50 kilowatt. Each of those units has a DC 50 kilowatt for CCS and a DC 50 kilowatt for CHAdeMO. So these are the old-fashioned ones, and it looks like these are going to be staying. There's no sign of them coming out. So it's good now. That will give us a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Osprey chargers here. Now I particularly like the Kenn Power units. They really are nice, neat units, and I have no problem with them. They are very efficient, they are very powerful, and they also have, when you're charging, a QR code pops up. And what you're able to do is actually scan that in with your mobile phone, and it will show you a massive statistics about what's going on, the rate and the charging curve and everything. So for any nerds out there who really like their statistics, these are brilliant units. My biggest argument with these is just 79 pence per kilowatt hour is not a good price at all. However, they are good and reliable, so I can't fault the location, I can't fault the installation, it's just the price. But any of you who watch my videos will realise that I believe prices will be coming down later in the year. I did a video at Banbury where we were looking at these, and I did comment on that video that the cables are very, very heavy, and the plug itself was very heavy and unwieldy. And what you can see here, you can see that they have the springs to take away the weight. Now, while the springs do take away an awful lot of the weight, it doesn't change the fact that the cables on the ones I tried at Banbury were really stiff, unwieldy and inflexible. And unless you had a dead straight line into the car, it was really difficult to bend them round. And then the plug itself looked to be a very big plug. I criticise these, I love the chargers, I criticise the cables because we now have the Tesla V4 chargers out there. They have longer cables than these, and there's no support. and they are lovely light cables. They're very flexible, and the plug on the end is a really slim, neat, sleek design. So the cables don't have to be really heavy and inflexible. Instavolt is another company where I noticed that they are amazingly heavy and thick, and so it is a big issue to me. I'm fairly hefty. I can handle these cables. They're really not a problem to me. However, there are an awful lot of drivers out there who are smaller than me. There are a lot of ladies who don't have the same muscular structure I have, and so it needs to be made as easy as possible to use these chargers. I'll try these out when the site is open, because, yeah, I was going to say on first glance they looked as though they were thinner, but in actual fact they're not. They're really quite thick cables. So we'll give it a go. You know me, Dave takes it on. We'll have a go at these and we'll see exactly what it is like to use these chargers. But recently there's been a load of installations going in Preston, in around Preston. This is 10 here. Just up the road, we've got a Tesla supercharger going in with 15 V4s. We've got a lot of EV points. We've got MG, MFG. There's a lot going in, and there's some Ionity chargers as well. So even since just before Christmas when we did that video, there's been a massive change now, and we're starting to see really serious numbers of chargers being installed. So that's it for now. The only other comment I'll make on this is location, not location geographically, but location within the car park. I often get comments from EV haters who say, why are your chargers always right next to the entrance or the main store or whatever it is? You get priority over us. You should be tucked away in a corner. Well, this one is tucked away in a corner. So we've got the main site down there, and these are about as far into the corner as we can possibly get. So there's always this balance, and the reason I say there's a balance is because these are ideal for disabled people. If you look at the layout, there's nothing stopping a wheelchair user going up there and being able to use them really simply. But if you put the chargers right in the far corner, it means that any disabled drivers who want to go shopping while their car's charging has now got a long way to go. So the reverse applies, obviously. If we put these right next door to the main doors, then that would take priority, but the non-disabled drivers would get an unfair advantage. So it's something that we need to ask our viewers about. Should disabled people get a priority? And if you only have one installation, they're not going to wire two separately right outside the entrance just for disabled, but if they are installing, should they be closer to the main stores or the main shops or the main area, or should they be tucked further away? I don't have a very strict opinion on this at this stage, but let's see what the viewers think. Anyway, that's all for now, so we'll catch up with going out to see some other chargers now which are under construction. Well, thanks very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please click the like button. And if you would, please subscribe. It makes such a difference to us as a new channel. If you click the bell icon, the notification, you'll be notified the next time we launch a video. And a massive, massive, massive thank you, last but not least, to our Patreon members. This side of the business is growing dramatically. We've had our most successful month ever. And thank you so much for your support for the channel. I'm Dave.